Hello, everyone, and welcome back, the podcast where we take the confusing parts of English, the parts that make you pause and think, wait, is this right? And make them simple, clear, and completely natural. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here with you today.
Okay, Jack, how are you doing today?
I am doing well, actually, although I have to say this morning was interesting.
Interesting how?
So I was making breakfast, and I burnt the toast, and I said to myself, out loud, "Stop being so careless, Jack."
You told yourself off?
I did, and then I thought, being. I just used the word being, and I started thinking about how many different ways I use that word every single day without even noticing.
And that right there is today's topic. Being. One small word, 8 completely different uses.
And today we are going to look at all 8, simply, naturally, through real conversation, real stories, real life.
No heavy grammar, no complicated explanations.
Just being in all its forms, all its meanings, all its beautiful uses.
And before we start, please subscribe to Talk Emma. We upload a brand new episode every single day. Like this episode and share it with one friend who gets confused by being in English. Okay, let's go. 8 uses, starting now. Okay, use number 1, and this is probably the most common one, the one you use every single day without thinking.
Which one?
Being to describe temporary behavior, something someone is doing right now that is not their usual character.
Oh, yes, like when I told myself off for being careless.
Exactly. Careless, that is not your permanent character. You are not always careless, but right now, in this moment, you were being careless.
So being here means this is happening now. It is temporary. It is not forever.
You say, you are being very kind today. Today, right now. Not always, but now. Stop being silly. You are acting silly right now. Stop it. She's being really difficult. She is acting difficult right now, not permanently. Why are you being so quiet? You are unusually quiet right now.
And the difference from you are very kind without being.
Great question. You are very kind. Permanent. That is your character. Always. You are being very kind. Right now. Today. This moment. It could change.
So being makes it temporary, in the moment.
Always. And this is so useful in real conversations because sometimes people act differently from usual.
Why is he being so strange today? He's not always strange, but right now, yes.
I know I'm being difficult. I'm sorry. Acknowledging your own temporary behavior.
Very human, very honest, very natural. Use number 2, being in passive sentences. And this one comes up all the time, in news, in work, in daily life.
When something is happening to something right now, someone or something is receiving an action.
You say, the house is being built. Someone is building it, right now, in progress.
The report is being written. Someone is writing it, right now. The road is being repaired. They are fixing it right now. My car is being serviced. The garage is working on it, right now.
Okay, what does passive mean here? Because some learners might not know this word. Passive means the subject is receiving the action, not doing it. Something is happening to it.
So in the house is being built, the house is not building itself. Someone is building it. The house receives the action.
Exactly. And is being plus past participle always means something is happening right now, in progress, to the subject.
The new office is being decorated. They are decorating it right now. The emails are being sent. Someone is sending them right now.
You will hear this everywhere, in news reports especially. Negotiations are being held between the two countries, happening right now, in progress.
Very formal, very professional, very common. Use number 3, being as a gerund, when being is the subject of a sentence, when being is the thing you are talking about.
What is a gerund? Because that's a big word.
A gerund is when a verb acts like a noun, like being becomes a thing, a concept, something you can talk about.
So instead of, it is important to be honest,
You say, being honest is important.
being honest, like a thing, like a concept.
Exactly. You say, being kind costs nothing. The act of being kind, it costs nothing. Being late is disrespectful. The act of being late, it is disrespectful. Being patient is a skill. The act of being patient, it is a skill. Being yourself is the most important thing. The act of being yourself, it is the most important thing.
And this sounds so natural, so wise actually.
Very philosophical. Being yourself, being kind, being present.
Big ideas, small word.
And you use this all the time, maybe without realizing.
Being a parent is the hardest job in the world.
Being a parent, the act, the experience, the concept.
Being fluent in English opens so many doors.
Being fluent, the state of being fluent, what it means, what it does.
Beautiful use, very natural, very common in conversation and writing. Use number 4, being after prepositions. When being comes after words like despite, instead of, after, before, without.
You say, despite being tired, she kept going. Even though she was tired, she continued. Instead of being angry, he laughed. He chose to laugh, not to be angry. After being sick for a week, I finally felt better. After that experience of being sick. Without being asked, she helped everyone. Nobody asked her. She just helped.
Okay, what does preposition mean? Because some learners might not be sure.
A preposition is a small connecting word, like in, on, at, after, before, despite, instead of. They connect ideas. They show relationships between things.
And when a preposition comes before a verb, that verb becomes ing form.
So despite be becomes despite being. Instead of be becomes instead of being.
Always ing after a preposition.
Always, and this is so natural in conversation.
Despite being nervous, she spoke beautifully.
She was nervous, but she spoke beautifully anyway.
Instead of being upset, he moved on.
He chose not to be upset. He moved forward.
After being away for so long, it felt strange to be home.
After that experience of being away, coming home felt different.
Very expressive, very natural, very real.
Use number 5, being as a noun, when being means a living creature, a person, a life form.
Oh, this one is interesting.
You say, she is a wonderful human being, a human, a person. We are all living beings on this planet, all living creatures. In the film, there were beings from another galaxy, creatures, life forms.
So being as a noun means a creature, a living thing.
Yes, and human being is one of the most common uses.
He is a genuinely good human being, a good person, a good human.
Every human being deserves respect. Every person, every human.
And in science fiction,
Yes, aliens are always called beings.
the beings from the other planet communicated through light.
Being from grammar word to alien description, the range of this word.
English is endlessly surprising. Use number 6, being in time expressions. And this one I think is one of the most useful for daily conversation.
Yes, and it is just one phrase, actually, but such an important one.
For the time being.
For the time being means for now, temporarily, until something changes.
You say, for the time being, I'm working from home. Right now, until things change. Let's keep this plan for the time being. For now, we can change it later. For the time being, everything is fine. Right now, in this moment.
It always suggests this is temporary. Things might change, but for now, this is how it is.
I do not have a permanent answer yet, but for the time being, yes.
For now, yes, but it might change.
We're staying in this apartment for the time being. Not forever, just for now.
Very natural, very common, and very useful when you want to say this is the situation right now, but not necessarily forever.
I use this phrase all the time, actually.
Me too. It's one of those phrases that once you learn it, you use it everywhere. Use number 7, being in the perfect continuous passive. And I want to say straight away, this is the most advanced use.
The most complicated one.
Yes, and you will not use this every day, but it exists and you might hear it, so let's understand it.
You say, the project has been being worked on for months. The building has been being renovated since January.
It means something started in the past, and it is still happening now, and it is being done to the subject.
So, the project has been being worked on means people have been working on it since some point in the past, and they are still working on it now.
3 ideas together: past, continuing, passive.
Honestly, this sounds very formal, very written.
Very. In spoken English, people usually simplify it.
They have been working on the project for months, much more natural in conversation.
Yes, the perfect continuous passive exists, but in daily conversation, you will rarely need it.
So understand it when you hear it, but do not worry about using it every day.
Exactly. Just know it exists, know what it means, and move on.
We gave it its moment, now we move on.
Every use deserves a moment, even the complicated ones.
And use number 8, being as part of the phrase well-being, or being used to talk about existence itself.
Oh, yes. This one is beautiful, actually.
Well-being means the state of being comfortable, healthy, happy.
You say, her well-being is my priority, meaning her health and happiness matter most. Exercise is good for your well-being, meaning good for your overall health and happiness. Mental well-being is just as important as physical health.
Well-being, the state of being well, being healthy, being happy, being okay.
And being used for existence, human beings have existed for thousands of years. The being of something, its existence.
Very philosophical, very deep.
We said no heavy grammar. We did not say no philosophy.
Fair point. And well-being, you hear this everywhere now.
In workplaces, in health conversations, in mental health discussions.
The company cares about the well-being of its employees.
Taking care of your well-being is not selfish. It's necessary.
Such an important phrase and such an important idea. Now, one final natural conversation using as many uses of being as possible, the way real people talk.
Okay, 2 friends catching up after a difficult week.
Emma, you look tired. Are you okay?
Honestly, I have been being so hard on myself this week.
What do you mean?
I have this big project that has been being worked on for weeks, and I keep thinking I'm not doing enough.
But despite being busy, you're still showing up every day. That counts for a lot.
I know. Being kind to yourself is so much harder than being kind to others.
That is so true. Instead of being critical, try being your own best friend.
You are being very wise today, Jack.
For the time being, yes. Ask me again on Monday.
You are a good human being, Jack. You know that.
And so are you. Your well-being matters. Please take care of yourself.
And did everyone catch all those uses of being?
Being hard on myself, temporary behavior, has been being worked on, perfect continuous passive, despite being busy, after preposition, being kind to yourself, gerund, being critical, gerund, being wise, temporary behavior, for the time being, time expression, human being, noun, well-being, existence, and health.
9 uses, 1 natural, caring conversation between 2 friends.
And it felt completely real, completely natural.
Because being is everywhere in English, in every conversation, every day.
And now you see it, you understand it. All 8 uses.
From the simplest, stop being silly, to the most advanced, it has been being worked on.
All 8. All yours. Before we finish, I want to say something.
Say it.
Being good at English is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent.
Being curious, being brave enough to try.
Being willing to make mistakes and being kind to yourself when you do.
Because every mistake is just being human.
And being human is the most natural thing in the world.
Keep being you. Keep being curious. Keep being here with us.
Every single day.
If today's episode made all 8 uses of being finally clear,
Please like this video.
new episode every single day.
Share this with one friend who gets confused by being in English.
And leave us a comment. Which use of being was completely new for you today? Write one sentence using being in any way you like.
We read every single comment. Every one.
Thank you for being here. See you in the next episode. Until then,
Keep talking
keep learning.
and keep growing. Bye, everyone.